Oh, am I really gonna do an entire face cam video looking like ass? Better fucking believe I'm gonna do an entire face cam video looking like absolute ass. Hello and welcome to something a little bit different. Now, I'm sure you've seen the title of the video, and I'm also sure I named it something vague and maybe a little bit clickbaity. I don't know, I haven't exactly decided yet. But it is very different to the sort of content I usually make. I think there's a little bit of backstory you might want to hear on what, for starters, this video is, but also why I want to make it. So first of all, let's talk about my inspirations for this video. Back in 2019, Nico B did a pretty functionally similar video to this one. He went through his subscribed channels on YouTube, and he basically just spoke about why he liked them. And at the end of that video, he challenged all his viewers to effectively do the same, to bring about a sort of positivity in the YouTube community regarding other creators. Now, I had planned to do a video just like his. I didn't. But earlier this year, A for Avocado, another YouTuber, put out a video that reignited my interest in a video like this. Their video was probably the sort you've seen before, right? You know, the ones that have a list of things and numbers to basically just show how something's grown or changed in X amount of time. And in this case, it just so happened to be the progress of Danganronpa YouTubers in terms of subscribers. But while I was looking through that video, I realized that I watch a lot of different Danganronpa YouTubers. And then the sparks went off in the brain, and as I said, my interest in doing a video like Nico's was suddenly reignited. That, and we need some positivity in the Danganronpa community. It's not a great place. And I honestly feel like, for the most part, we focus on the negative, and I know we're not the only ones guilty of it, but believe me, the Danganronpa fandom is pretty fucking negative. And, by the way, sorry about the fact that the lighting's gonna change a lot. This is taking a long time to record because I apparently cannot do scripted content without fucking it up again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Now, you might remember from when I opened this video that this is gonna be entirely my face talking to you about this. And I know, such a shame, isn't it, that you have to deal with my ugly mug when, I mean, at the very least, there's a perfectly good space here where you could just, well, I could just plop a video. The only problem with that is, by the nature of a lot of Danganronpa creators, a lot of them do memes. And if I used their footage, I'd basically just be reposting their content, you know? Granted, with my voice over the top of it, which would just add absolutely fucking nothing. But nonetheless, I'd basically just be nicking their content to use myself. Muted too, so it'd be extra weird to watch. And other YouTubers usually just use stock Danganronpa footage from trials. Doesn't really show them off as creators very well if I'm just showing that out of context, does it? Hey guys, Nathan in editing, hello. This won't be the last time I show up either. Another important reason why I'm not showing the footage from other creators, because I didn't get permission. That's also quite important. I didn't ask for permission, so yeah. This video is also by no means exhaustive. Like, there's a lot of creators out there. I don't have the time to talk about every single one of them, nor do I watch every single one of them. This video is largely going to focus on content creators that I watch, that I enjoy, and for the most part we're in that A for Avocado video. We are also going to have a little segment at the end where I talk about content creators who didn't appear in that video, so look out for that. But once again, before we fully start this video, let's talk a little bit about me and my relationship with Danganronpa as a series, and my time in the fandom. For starters, my Danganronpa Blind series was recorded a long time ago. If you've come specifically from there, or go back there, like to the main channel and check that out, that is Blind. It was recorded a long time ago. I have not jumped the gun here, you know? If you have seen any of my Danganronpa Blind series stuff, then you probably, well, you might know that I started playing Danganronpa 1 in September of 2017. Yeah, that was a long time ago now, eh? Either way, that's not really when I got my start in the fandom, but it is when I started playing the games. It was just after V3 had launched in the West, or just before, and I played the demo and thought, hey, why not give this franchise a shot? It's kind of like Ace Attorney, right? No, not really. I didn't really start getting involved with the fandom side of Danganronpa until about March of 2018, when I finished V3 and most of its extra content. And as such, I've been around for long enough to sort of see that rise, fall, rise again, fall again momentum of the Danganronpa fanbase. Of course, not really sure I'm confident in saying that the recent rise was a wholly good thing, but we did get some good creators out of it. But that's enough about me and extra random stuff about this video. Let's actually get into it and talk about some Danganronpa YouTubers, why don't we? In saying that, the first content creator I'm gonna mention is Weeby News. And if you're a Danganronpa fan and you've been on YouTube, you're probably more than aware of who Weeby is. Also colloquially known as Aries Akamatsu, she's the biggest Danganronpa YouTuber. There's really no denying that. It's quite a substantial leap. Although, I hear she lost some clout recently. Ultimately, there's just not much I can say about Weeby, because you've already watched her videos. If on the off chance you haven't, though, Weeby's content leans towards the more analytical and weird facts you might not have known about Danganronpa. And it is pretty much the general consensus that she's the best at it. Again, if you haven't seen her content, I'd personally really recommend her V3 analysis videos, specifically the character analysis. So like Kokichi, Kaede, Korekio, Kaito, Tenko. I think she's got a Rantaro one as well. I recommend all of those, but her other analysis videos are also pretty good. However, you're probably going to notice something. Those videos came out quite a long time ago. Like, 2 years ago, long time ago. Weeby was gone for a while. She's back now, kind of. She uploads once a week. But the thing I'm going to recommend currently to you is actually a bit counterintuitive to the point of this video. I'd recommend her Your Turn to Die streams. Every Saturday, Weeby does a stream. I'm not going to say times because my time zone is definitely different to yours, but She streams for about 2 hours, and I've been to every one. They're a lot of fun. Weeby is a good speaker. She's a good entertainer. And that is a little weird to me, because inherently there's nothing about Weeby's performance that is just, whoa! Oh my god! So good! But she's just got this natural, dare I say, charm and charisma that just keeps you hooked. And it's something that I certainly rate Weeby on, as well as a couple of other Danganronpa YouTubers. Those Weeby streams, hey, yeah, not Saturday, Sundays. And even then, I think she's only got like 3 more streams left to go until she's finished with the current content, so, you know, I mean, still check them out, and, like, the VODs are on her channel, but, you know. Anyway, yeah, last time I'm here in editings, bye! Go back to the video now! Now, before we get on to, other creators, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Blue Acrasia. You might not know that name, but you probably know what they're well known for. You know the Nagito edit? You know the one. Yeah, that was them. And they're the second most subscribed to Danganronpa YouTuber from A for Avocado's video. Now, I don't want to say ouch, because I've seen a lot of their edits. They are quite good. But... oh... outplayed by an edit. So next, let's talk about Dangan Mandy, Miss Monotaro Burger King herself. Mandy's relatively new to the Danganronpa YouTuber space, but she's done pretty good at making a name for herself. Like, really good at making a name for herself in the past year or so. Kinda like Weeby, Mandy does a bit of variety with her Danganronpa content. It isn't all just one thing, i.e. memes. Although, I will say, even if you find them a bit annoying, the channel memes are a fun bit of personality for Mandy's channel. Monotaro Burger King, man. Roskella? The blowing up the house? Come on, man. Classic stuff. For me, though, the most interesting content that Mandy puts out is the deep dive into the weird fucking shit that the Danganronpa fandom churns out. We're weirdos, alright? Not always in a good way. But the video that I will recommend to you from Mandy covers one of these really fucking weird pieces of Danganronpa fan media. And that's her video on the Komeda Love Mail portal. It is really weird. The portal, not the video. But it is an interesting piece of Danganronpa fandom culture that I haven't actually seen anyone talk about. And although the video is like an hour long, I would highly recommend checking it out if you're interested in Mandy's content and you haven't already. It's a really good watch, and as I have said, more than enough, a really good look into a really weird piece of the fandom. I mean, if there's one complaint I have about Mandy, it's that she's not always been the greatest of narrators. But, to be perfectly frank, neither am I. I mean, filming this, like, first couple of minutes of the video alone, I've blown, like, 2 hours, man! Like, holy shit! I suck at this! It's hard. And I respect the fuck out of you, Mandy. Keep on making that great content. I say as if you're actually watching this video, but you fucking go, you queen. Okay, I was debating on whether to actually talk about this creator, but I'm not gonna lie, I love him too much to not. Nagito Reviews is a channel that exists, and I hate it. But I can't stop watching it. I love it at the same time, man. I mean, this channel is effectively a giant shitpost. It isn't for everyone. Don't get me wrong. It's not the perfect YouTube channel that every Danganronpa fan is going to love. But my fucking god if it isn't entertaining. Nagito, you keep reviewing. Hajime, you need a better career path, my man. I'm sorry it has to be this way. As for a video recommendation on Nagito's channel, pretty much any of the collab episodes. You know the ones. Top 5 toilets, top 5 tables, top 5 organs is a winner too, and based on the viewing numbers, top 5 candies is pretty popular as well. And I think I know why. What a fucking weird YouTube channel. Dipping into a slightly different portion of the fan base now. SHSL Blaze. I think I said that right. Super high school level Blaze, alright? Let's go with that, because I mean that's what it means. Nowadays, Blaze does a lot of fangun content, which is surprisingly unique amongst Danganronpa YouTubers. I'd have thought that a lot more people would get in on it. I mean, it's a celebration of the fandom with the fandom that you share to a different part of the fandom by doing videos on it. So yeah, I am kind of surprised that Blaze is one of the only people who consistently does videos on it. And I've got to say, he really covers a lot of fanguns, eh? All in all, if you're interested in fangun content, Blaze is probably a really good place to, if anything, just catch up on the sort of stuff that you've missed. Like, there's a lot more than I think you realise. Blaze also does some Persona content. If you're interested in Persona, like me, then you might want to check that out as well. It's a bit of a running theme that Danganronpa YouTubers dip their toes in Persona. It's something that Weeby and Mandy have also done. Weeby in the case of a Let's Play of Persona 5, and an analysis of it afterwards. And Mandy's done one video or two on the series as well, both of which I'd highly recommend you check out as well. But if you're a bit more old school, you probably know Blaze for his shit Danganronpa fans don't like series that he's semi-revived recently? Kind of? Either way, I'd recommend checking out the entire playlist of them. It's good stuff. It's a good laugh. I really think Blaze himself carries it. If there's anything to take away from Blaze's content, it's that he's a pretty good entertainer. He's really fun. He's that sort of guy that when he laughs, you laugh. And it's really valuable for an entertainer, is all I'm gonna say. Okay, so, moving on to a slightly more controversial creator, Aries Akamatsu! Look, I like their content. You probably like a lot of their content as well. I generally think it's accepted that Aries does good content. Aries is a bit of a variety channel, kind of in the same vein as Mandy, but they, instead, do memes. Okay, aside from channel memes, they do meme videos and analysis videos, and a couple of streams here and there as well. All 3 of which I'd kind of recommend if you're interested. In terms of memes, I don't think it's really an argument that Aries is probably best known for Bottom Romper, which is admittedly a bit of a normal take on the Bottom Gear meme format. If you don't know what that is, and if you've never heard of Top Gear, basically, you know, it's a spoof on that show's opening. Every episode, at least in the British version, would open up with Clarkson saying, "And tonight, I do this, Hammond does this, and May does this." And this sort of meme format is a spoof of that. adding in really weird and random bullshit that, in this case, Danganronpa characters do. I don't know, on their weekends, I guess. Either way, Aries' version of this meme is really fucking weird. Like, really weird. And it's for that reason that I'd recommend it maybe above other spoofs of this meme. At the end of the day, though, you're gonna go to Aries for their analysis content. And it's pretty good. I mean, Aries breathes life into debates we kind of forget about, as well as characters we kind of forget about. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still hate Akane, but Aries has a good video on Akane, and I would recommend you check it out. Sayaka as well, Kurumi too. There's a lot to look for. Contrary to what I said with Mandy, though, I'm going to recommend starting a little smaller with Aries content. The video on Hiyoko Sayonji possibly being of mixed descent is a really good starting point. They've also done a video on Korekio recently, another very short one. It sort of gets you into that, like, very basic version of their style of content. And if you like those, you're probably gonna like Aries' other stuff. So that's where I'd recommend you start if you haven't started before. Okay. You know what time it is? It is meme time, ladies, gents, and others. There are a lot of meme creators in the Danganronpa sphere, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not as if their content or style of content is wholly original. As a Fire Emblem fan, I've sort of seen it all before, but it's still entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. And there are some creators who go that extra mile, one of which I'm really surprised was not on Avocado's list. But we'll move on. So for this meme segment, I'm not really going to go too in-depth. The general gist is, man, they sure do make funny stuff. You can't really say much more about it than that in a lot of cases. So I'm basically just going to name a creator, tell you some videos I think you should watch of theirs. Good? Good. Hope you're ready. It's quickfire round, baby! First I'm going to start out with Rystronaut. I know, great name. They don't really do that much stuff anymore, nor do they do much Danganronpa content anymore, but some of the stuff they have is great. If you want to laugh, check out Rystronaut's Danganronpa stuff. In particular, I'm gonna recommend Daddy's Day and Operation Breakup. I can't get enough of the idea of those. Next we have Max Doodle, one you are probably familiar with if you like Danganronpa meme content. And as such, we'll go through very simple ones there. The Kokichi Interviews series is a delight. Again, I love it as a concept, and the execution is also pretty good. But Doodle's other fan fiction content is a joy, a treat. They're less memes, more like shit posts, to be honest. But oh, fuck me if they aren't funny. Again, I mean, Doodle's really just finding funny stuff. But when you got someone clumping it all together, you gotta celebrate that. Learn Jergy is up next, another classic Danganronpa meme creator. And as such, I won't talk too much about them, but if there are going to be a select series of things that I would recommend you check out of theirs, the totally unused voice line series. Absolutely amazing. As well as the Family Feud V3 videos. Again, it's another thing where it's such a simple concept, but I just can't get enough of it, and it's good meme content, alright? It's good fucking meme content. To some people like me. Random Danganronpa bullshittery is also a really good series, by the way. The one I'd probably recommend the most. Now, the probably most classic of all Danganronpa meme lords, Lenku Alley, if I'm saying that right. Again, if you've seen old Danganronpa memes, you've probably seen some of Lenku's stuff. Although, based on some of the most recent stuff surrounding their content, you might not have seen it from them. There's a bit of a content stealing problem going on with Lenku, so go check out some community posts there. But if you want my video recommendation, I'll give you one: A Friendly Dinner. I love it. And now it's time to talk about my favourite of the Danganronpa meme lords, Miki, or zombified Mira. Again, I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but oh man, do I love their content. If you want the place to start, Danganronpa meets Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Funny. And a video that I could watch on repeat forever. The Danganronpa boys read thirst tweets. Mwah! Beautiful. Also the, Rumored in the Wrong Neighborhood. That is a classic video, one you've probably seen, and one I recommend you check out again. Because it's just that good. A Nook resident Angie lover. Actually a content creator I'm not super familiar with, but I do watch some of their content. If you want anything from me, I'm going to tell you to watch their How to Survive Danganronpa 2021 video. It's not really a meme video in the same format that the rest of these are, but it's, you know, it's still a meme video. Very different from the others, though. If you're not really into the get character, smack their face onto something else style, you might be more interested in Nook, resident Angie lovers content. So, check it out if you want to. Now, I might be blind. It's a very real possibility. I do need glasses. But I believe that Need Another Name was not featured on A for Avocado's list. And that really confuses me, considering that some of their videos are pretty well known amongst the community. And right behind Mira is probably my favourite of the meme creators. If you've seen the When All Your Waifus Are Dead series, that's from them, Need Another Name. The Danganronpa 1 and V3 ones are good, but the Danganronpa 2 one? Well, for starters, it's like 6 parts. And second of all, they go an extra mile with their content. Like, I cannot describe it, nor do I want to spoil it if you haven't seen it. Please check out their content. And if you want a slightly smaller series, the Seesaw Meme Duology. Another beauty, and a very well-animated piece of meme content. Yes, you heard that right. Animated. Check it out. Is it a new day now? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, I did cut my fingernails, by the way. I know. So you can't tell me to do it in the comments. You can still tell me to get a haircut, though, because that hasn't changed. So that's kind of the end of the video in terms of, like, primarily Danganronpa YouTube creators. But purely by the nature of this video, highlighting, you know, Danganronpa creators, I did want to cover some creators who have done Danganronpa things, but aren't necessarily Danganronpa channels. I've spoken about some creators who have looked at interesting things in the fandom, but there is a creator, a very small creator, who looks at interesting canon things from Danganronpa, and that's Dr. Medic's Game Surgery. For the sake of convenience, I'm just going to call them Medic for this bit, but they look at weird pieces of canon stuff in Danganronpa. They've got a currently 3-episode series on that sort of thing. They also have done audiobooks of some of the Danganronpa light novels, if you're interested in that. And most recently, during that third episode of the series I just spoke about, they've also found lost media. If you're interested in that, well, you could go over to the channel and check it out, you know? Now here's one that isn't, again, a Danganronpa creator, but has done Danganronpa things. Andrew Moore's, around this time last year? Well, actually, I think it was more like in the summer of last year, did a ultimate Danganronpa intro thing. You might have seen it. I think it's around 2 million views now. It's just a really... It's one video, but it's a very good Danganronpa video. And, as it says in the description, less spoilery than most Danganronpa intros as is. Interestingly, I think they're also now, like, a graphic designer for a Fangun project. I think, like, Eden's Paradise or something. It's something like that, I think. Funnily enough, that's not the last time I'm going to mention them, though. Project Eden's Garden, that's the name, does have another creator working on it, as a writer this time, that I would like to highlight, but they are not a YouTuber. Which does throw this video into a little bit of... But stay with me. Soze, I don't know, on Twitter and Tumblr, has, for a while, been working on kind of a rewrite of Danganronpa 2 called Danganronpa MK2. I'm not gonna spoil exactly what that means if you haven't seen it, but I would recommend you go check it out. There's a website for it and everything. Oh, fancy that! It's in the style of the, the very old, like, original Danganronpa Let's Plays that were, like, translated from Japanese. They had, like, just the... Again, I'm doing that as if I'm actually going to put things here. They had, like, the screenshots and then just the text. It's just like that. It's a very... If you've been around since the beginning, I'm sure it'll feel a little bit nostalgic. It's formatted a lot better than the old ones, too. And it's only the prologue so far, but keep an eye out on it, I'd say. You ready for another thing I can't pronounce? Mookie Robbins P? They are a creator, and a very different kind. They, as this section hasn't really been, but I advertise it as, are a creator who isn't strictly a Danganronpa creator, but they have done Danganronpa things. They've made Vocaloid songs. Yeah, I know, I didn't think that was a thing either. But they are, and I have been listening to them for 3 years. Hey, you might have even seen one. The Kokichi song did reach 10 million views recently, so you might have seen it. I'd recommend all, I think 6 of them are currently out. Kokichi, Kaede, Shuichi, Kaito, Kibo, and Maki. There are spoilers for V3 in most of those songs, so, if you don't want to be spoiled, don't listen to them. But they are good songs. I like them. I'm not exactly a huge Vocaloid guy, but it's good music. I'd highly recommend it if you're interested in a little Danganronpa fan song, if you will. And to wrap up my list of creators, we have the Usaviator, who does not sound like he would do Danganronpa content, but he does. Another slightly weird one, he does Danganronpa Hunger Games things. The Brant Steel Hunger Games, and another simulator with Danganronpa characters. And it's been going on for a very long time. We're like season 7. I can't believe that it's gone on for that long. But Avi is incredibly charismatic, I've got to say. Avi really makes it. He's such a fun commentator. He's that sort of guy that when he laughs, you laugh. He's a lot like a lot of the other really good speakers from the Danganronpa community. that's really his main appeal, like, as a creator. But the weird lore that has been created from this series is also quite entertaining, I can't lie. If you don't know who Wizard Robe Hajime is, you've missed out severely. And I hope you rectify that. And that's it! We're done! It's kind of the end of the video. This last little bit's gonna be a little more my traditional style of just sitting here and talking relatively unscripted for a probably slightly too long amount of time. I hope you enjoy looking at my face and watching me flounder for words. But yeah, again, this isn't an exhaustive video. There are a lot of creators I didn't cover, a lot of memesters, but also a little more personally, I didn't cover any, like, animators, I guess? Like, people who do animatics. When I say personally, it's not like, oh, I am so offended by the fact that they exist, or something like that. No, it's just like, so it's something I wanted to include, but I didn't, because kind of like the memes thing, it's kind of hard to sit there and be like, yeah, I really like this channel, because they do animation, and it looks good. I mean, to be fair, a lot of this video wasn't really me being like, oh yeah, I really like this creator because... and a lot of that was, you know, due to the fact that again, you probably know most of these people. It's kind of hard to sell you on it, you know? Sell you on something you've already bought, effectively. But, c'est la vie. I don't even... Is that even the right phrase to use there? I genuinely don't know. But... does segue me into something else. Maybe, if you'd be interested, we could... well, I could make this almost a series. Maybe not just Danganronpa based either, but looking through content creators, like, in groups, and looking at their stuff and what they do well, because... again, specifically with Danganronpa, the community is sort of just known for children crying about their ships. It's kind of what we're known for, unfortunately, but, you know, I'd like to shine some light on better things, you know? An art video would be fun to do. Going into some other creators, like much smaller creators. I'd kind of honestly like to look at some Let's Play channels that have covered Danganronpa. Who knows? Maybe we'll do Dojin reviews. That'll be unique content, at least. I'll get absolutely slaughtered by YouTube, but, you know, it's not like I've monetized my videos anyway. That's not the point of what I do. But, you know, there'll be some severe censoring involved. Probably. I don't know, because I mean, Dojins don't have to be hentai, do they? So, it's fine, you know? I really don't know why I brought that up as an option. I really don't. Because some way, somehow, it's going to be held against me. Especially if I do it. So, no, don't ask for it. And this is not reverse psychology. Just don't. Don't. At all. Leave it be. Leave it at that. Okay, let's ignore that. There we go. Done. Video done. Pretty much all the links to the things I mentioned should be in the description. If they aren't there, pick me up on it in the comments. I'll make sure I fix it. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed. Again, I haven't really done a video like this before, and I'm, you know, sitting here now quite aware that it's not the best video ever. You know, I'm not a script writer, I'm not a good talker, I guess. You'd think someone with a drama background would actually know how to read a script, for starters, but no, I have, like, 2 hours of me flubbing one line, like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's get to 10,000 likes, guys, and I'll release my 2-hour cut footage reel. Oh my god. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I mean, leave a comment. Talk about your Danganronpa creators you enjoy. Maybe other things in this vein of video you'd like me to cover. And, you know, maybe leave a like, maybe. I mean, you don't have to, that's not really a big deal, and look, you can feel free to subscribe, but we need to get to 69 subscribers, guys. If you go over that, then I'm sorry, you're probably gonna have to get put down. I'm sorry. I've made the thumbnail for the video and everything. My ultimate goal is 69 subscribers. You know, funny sex number. It's important to me, okay? So please don't let me down. If we are at 69 subscribers, do not subscribe. If you unsubscribe, then, well, that's gonna look real bad on me, considering that it's not like I gain subscribers at a rapid pace. So, you know, you put out the 69 subscriber video and then it's like, oh, well, I don't. I have like 10. Fuck! Anyway, there we go. That was the Nathan ramble for this video. I'll see you guys later. Probably in the past for the Danganronpa blind series, if you're interested. But otherwise, the next time I see you, might be in a video like this. Or it might be in a slightly different video that I've planned. But, regardless, goodbye.